talk about a bit about like how you grew up in Miami, and I know it was a rough upbringing. So like when you were a kid, like how was it?
So I grew up with my mom, single mom. You know, I never really had my dad around. Well, let me say never had my dad around.
Yeah.
We met when I was like 17 years old. I already had kids. My mom's a great mom. She's still around, but at that time coming up, she was working her ass off to put a roof over my head and clothes on my back, so I had nobody to watch me, so that's when I'm getting loose. Yeah. I'm running around the streets, I'm figuring it out. I never had an uncle, a cousin, a male role model to tell me, yo, this ain't the right way. Never had that. I'm figuring it out on my own. I'm doing what my friends do, you know, and so it led me into all these bad positions. I always, like I said, never had nobody telling me, yo, you're going the wrong way. So I ended up bumping my head and finally just figuring out at 35, one day I was like, damn, this ain't for me. Yeah. But my upbringing, it was, man, I had a great childhood. You know what I mean? I
You know what's so funny? I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
it's like, we look back at it now and we're like, yo, man, it may seem to the naked eye, to the outside eye, like, yo, that's bad. Like you went through some shit, but like you going through it in that time frame, you probably had the greatest time of your life.
Greatest time of my life. Met some of the best people in my life. They're still around.
Yeah.
And again, you know, like when I tell my story, I got a great mother. She's still around to this day. She just wasn't around, and back then it wasn't like it is now that you have 1,000 things to do. You know what I mean? Back then it was like, shit, you wait for me at home. Like, yeah, sure. I know she ain't gonna be here till 7. I'm gonna go out there and cause some ruckus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get caught up in the lifestyle. You think it's cool for a long time. You know?
Yeah. When's the first time that you got like really in trouble?
So first time I got really in trouble, it was in my junior year in high school, and I got in a fight at school. I hurt the kid. I get suspended. I get arrested. Get sent to juvenile, and suspended. Come off that suspension, and the day I come off suspension, I fight again. Boom, and I get arrested again. And that's when it started this like this downhill thing. And again, at that time, you're thinking you're cool. You think that's part of your lifestyle. You're trying to make a name for yourself fighting on the street.
Yeah.
You're not knowing at the time that you're looking like a fool. You know what I mean? When you look back, it's embarrassing looking back. You know, but it made me it got me to where I am today.
Yeah.
But so at 18, I signed up to the military. You know, I went through a buddy program, friend of mine. Like I said, I grew with my friends. My friends were always my family. My friends were my brothers.
Yeah.
So a great friend of mine, he was always a good kid, told me, yo, I'm going to the Coast Guard. They got this buddy program. We can go together. I'm like, man, sounds dope. Let's ride. I signed up. I turned 19 in boot camp. I turned 20 in jail, man. I signed up for 4 years. Got through boot camp. Got stationed in Panama City, Florida. It was dope. I was on a 210-foot cutter. We were rescuing Haitians, Cubans, chasing people with drugs on their boat. Never found no drugs. But it was a dope experience, man. And then they sent me to diesel mechanic school. And before I even left on the plane, man, got in a fight on the street again.
Oh, man.
Got put in jail. Got kicked out the Coast Guard and just started this downhill, slope.